with you and some amazing speakers. And we're going to get started in just a minute. All right, I think our live stream is live in. Oh, we got Florida in the house. Oh, and we have the beautiful, incredible Mrs. Mindy Diebel, who's going to kick us off.
Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing? So excited about this health talk tonight, you guys. We have the very best. How many of you want to hear from top medical professionals talking about our amazing products? You guys, I'm so excited. In fact, when I first jumped on, I'm like, okay, I'm a health advocate, but seriously, we have some professionals on the line tonight, and they're going to be talking about our amazing products and really about health. How many of you would agree with me that our health is truly our wealth, right? So important. I mean, we can go do amazing things, but if we don't have our health to enjoy that lifestyle, then what good is it? And as all of you know, so first of all, my name is Mindy Diebel. I live here in Boise, Idaho. And, you know, I'm like 30 years ago, I actually was really struggling with my health. How many of you maybe know somebody that they just don't feel very good, but doctors and everybody say they're fine, you know, everything is great. Well, I was that person. At 20 years old, I started to have like all kinds of symptoms of maybe being allergic to things. And I would get rashes on my body. And pretty soon it got to a point where I'd have major headaches, you know, mucus, all kinds of things going on. And I just couldn't figure it out. And every doctor that I talked to, they just said, you are totally fine. But then about 5 years ago, I connected with a doctor here in Boise, Dr. Newsom, and he said, listen, there's really just 3 things that can cause issues with our body. One is a deficiency, so not getting nutrients from your foods, that can cause all kinds of issues. And as you all know, our soil is mineral nutrient depleted. So the foods that we eat, we're not always getting those nutrients that we need. And so whole food supplements are so important, right? Because 9 out of 10 supplements out there are synthetic. And I'm not going to get into it because we have medical professionals on the line that are going to get into that, okay? But that's one thing that can cause issues. The second thing that can cause issues is toxins in our food, toxins in the air, that can cause all kinds of issues with our body. And then the third thing that can cause an issue with our body is when we have an imbalance in our body. So this doctor, he told me all of this and educated me. And I truly believe that education is so important. That's what this health talk is all about. Understanding that there are resources for us to take care of our bodies and combat some of those issues that we can run into. So for me, because of that knowledge and because of a resource from you know, a medical professional, which we're going to talk more about, it literally changed my life. I feel so much better today. And all of those symptoms that I had before, I don't have those anymore. And I had them for 20 some years. And I'm just so grateful for the knowledge. I'm grateful for, you know, the education and the resources to be able to take care of my body and feel better. And so that's what tonight is all about. And you're going to hear from the very best. So let me tell you what we're going to talk about tonight. We're going to talk about gut health. Okay, so our gut is like our second brain, and you're going to hear more about that. But most disease starts in your gut. So we're going to talk about gut health and how to have a clean gut and really why this is so important. We're also going to talk about health, metabolic health and blood sugar balance. And you're going to hear from the very best on that, because as you know, most of the foods that we eat have sugar in them. So how do we combat that? How do we stay healthy and have a healthy lifestyle with that? We're going to talk about aging. Okay. How many of you would love to not age? We all are going to, no matter what, but I want to age happy, and I want to feel great when I age, and I want to look better when I age. So we're going to talk about that. And you're just going to hear from the very best. And so I'm not going to take any more time I want to first introduce a rock star in the medical world. So this gentleman has over 20 years experience as a registered nurse. He has helped thousands of people with their health. He's educated people on their health, and I always learn something every time I hear from him. So please help me welcome registered nurse Erin Jenkins. Erin, thank you so much for joining us tonight and sharing your wisdom.
Hey, it's great to be on tonight with a lot of friends. I see a lot of familiar faces. I'm so excited to get to share with you guys tonight because 20 years of being a nurse, you get to see a lot. I worked in recovery from surgery, and I've worked in ICU, surgical trauma ICU, currently working as a nursing supervisor. So I float from all the departments right now. But what I've seen is what happens when people don't do things to help prevent that, where they're going to end up, right? I mean, I have a job because people don't take care of themselves a lot of times. So I love taking care of people, and that's been a blessing to me. It's a career field that has blessed my family and has given me the opportunity to serve others very well. But I'm going to tell you the things that we're going to talk about tonight, I did not learn in nursing school. So just so you know, like, you can be a learner. It doesn't matter what profession you're in. I do have, like a lot of science background with what I did to become a nurse. But honestly, I have gone to seminars. I have listened to people that I consider professionals in that realm, read the books, those types of things. And I've learned so much over, especially the last 9 years, about how to take care of our gut health, which is AKA our immune system. That's the biggest point of this whole talk tonight about gut health, is that 70% of our immune system resides there. I'm also going to share my screen and just give you guys kind of like a little story and a little synopsis about why we are dealing with what we're dealing with now. So I'm from Arkansas. I'm going to lead with that. So there's a little bit of an illustration that we use as far as when you're going to, if you wanted to have frog legs, right? You're not going to take a pot of boiling water and dump a bunch of frogs in there because they're all going to hop out. So what they do is they put the frogs in there and then heat the water over a longer period of time. And so they don't even realize that they're cooking. And so the things that we have done over time in our life, we don't even realize sometimes the things that we're doing to ourselves for that, because the things that our foods are not the same as they were with our parents, with our grandparents. Things have changed so much for that. So in looking at these things, these global issues that we have, 78%, sorry about that, 78% of Americans deal with a digestive situation, health issue from one thing to the next. Okay, whether it's reflux, it's eliminating too often, eliminating too little, those types of things. And a lot of people, they are in daily pain because of those things. It's been predicted that today's population, our kids may not even outlive their parents, and that is super scary. As a father of 8, I want to do everything that I can to help preventative nutrition, all those things for my kids to be getting the things that they need so that they can thrive. Okay, we don't just want to survive, we want to thrive in this time. So as we carry forward again, how did we get here? After World War II, that's when they introduced processed, fast, and canned foods. Shortly after that, the early 1950s was the golden age of pesticides, depleting the soil of their nutrients. And then you follow that with the 90s, where they kicked in with the genetically modified foods. They wanted to do the most, like get the most out there, like increase the production, but reduce the quality of the food that they were putting out there for people. So this is why we ended up with where we are today. So they're like, okay, well, we're going to mass produce these foods. We're having nutrient deficiencies from the soils, from the way that they're processed, from the way that they are farmed and raised, even to a point to where they're like, okay, well, we need to help people supplement with vitamins. So vitamins came on the scene then, and 95% of vitamins are synthetic vitamins. Okay, they're made to try to complement your foods and things like that. But vitamins can be labeled natural if they contain 10% of the natural form of the vitamin. That is mind blowing to me. Like if you think about different things that the FDA approves for us for our foods, and you're just like, what in the world? Like other countries don't even allow that, but they do here. And so again, we have to really focus in on what's important with those things. Synthetic vitamins are isolates. They're lacking essential trace minerals. Another thing about that, when you think about some of the heavier those trace minerals, your body needs other things to help absorb it. for that. And so you've got these vitamins with trace minerals that your body is struggling to absorb. About 40 to 50% of the population struggle with something called the MTHFR genetic mutation, which don't say the what that stands out for. There's a fun name for that, but what that means is that your body's not able to process and synthesize some vitamins like folate, which is super important. And some of your B vitamins, B12, you hear people getting B12 injections, their B6 is bad. So like, that's why all the vitamin B complexes come out with different things. So we really have to work on making sure that we're getting the right kinds of methylated vitamins, chelated minerals, things like that. So that's one of the things that we'll talk about. This is just just kind of like a picture of our family of products that we have that address a lot of health needs that people have, from mental health to skincare to oral health, to maintaining healthy blood glucose levels. Good grief, I can't even say it. To your gut health even. So the foundation that we're looking at is a gut, brain, and nutrient health, right? Your gut bacteria, it really really hones in on how you feel for that. So a lot of people don't know that about 85 to 90% of your neurotransmitters, your hormones, your brain hormones, your feel-good hormones are actually produced in your gut. So over time, we've got a good and bad level of bacteria in our guts. When the prime area you want to be is 85% good to bad to 15% bad bacteria. But over time, foods, antibiotics don't care what kind of bacteria are in your gut. They just kill everything. And so that leads to inflations and things like candida yeast in our guts. So yeast in our guts, like, it's actually there for a reason, not to try to take over our bodies and cause more issues. But what ends up happening, they feed on sugar. They feeds on the dead matter. And so if you have struggles with eating a lot of sugar and things like that over time, you're going to see that in things like leaky gut is something you can Google. You can look at all the different autoimmune issues that are connected with that as well. It's quite a list for that. But what happens is when that yeast gets embedded into those microvilli in your gut that's supposed to keep things moving down through your intestines, they tear holes in there, and then things leach out into your bloodstream. That causes all kinds of issues that we deal with. And so if we get back to the source of making it where we are using things that like our probiotics, our prebiotics, digestive enzymes, things like that, that's going to help take care of that issue in our body and restore the good and bad bacteria to the levels they're supposed to be in. And then we have the issue of nutrient absorption. If you're eating organic, fresh, and living foods, that already has active living enzymes, and they're going to break down the foods for you to be able to absorb it. But if you say like an apple right there, if you take that apple and you cook it and put it in an apple pie, all those enzymes are baked out of it. So you're going to have your body shifting enzymes to try to break those foods down. A lot of times people get tired after they eat. 85% of their energy is being shifted to try to break down that food and try to get the nutrients from it. But if your body is deficient in the enzyme it needs to break it down, that food just moves on along. There's no nutritional value out of that food that's gained for your body. So what we do is we actually have a product that we have to try to help increase the amount of enzymes that go towards those food to increase your absorption as it breaks it down. So if this is the first time that you've ever seen this demonstration, let me just kind of set it up a little bit. This is our digestive enzymes that have a pre and probiotic in it. Okay, it's not multiple probiotics, but prebiotics that feed those probiotics. But 11 digestive enzymes that hit all the areas that you need to get the nutrient absorption. I'm going to play this video and just watch as this handy snack pack of pudding literally changes before your eyes.
We're going to demonstrate the power of the enriched enzymes using a snack pack pudding. As you can see, it's a solid. I turned it upside down here. I'm going to take one of these enzymes, crack it open, and stir in these raw enzymes that also have pre and probiotics. We're going to make sure this is really stirred around in here. These enzymes are designed to be taken before meals, so we're breaking down the carbs, the fats, the sugars, and the proteins so the body can actually absorb all the nutrients from the food and help with digestion. And so as you can see, this pudding is already going through a change. And literally in just about a minute and a half, it took a solid pudding and it liquefied it. I love being able to see the products that I'm taking every day work right before my eyes. And that's one of the great features of Enrich is we get to demonstrate the power of enzymes here.
So don't let that display fool you, because it's not a laxative. What it does is it breaks down your foods to the point to where it's the easiest form of that nutrient to be absorbed through your body. Other things that weigh into that, your stress. We're under a lot of stress daily as well. So the oxidative stress in our bodies can cause issues and inflammation in our gut as well. The imbalance of it. You think about like our melatonin, our serotonin, our dopamine, those things are manufactured there as well. Your intestines are as long as you are tall, and for every foot of that intestine, you can hold 8 to 12 pounds of waste. So people are literally struggling with going to the bathroom. And if you think about what if they're not being eliminated, if they're holding on to that, what's it doing? It's literally rotting inside of them, causing all kinds of other inflammatory issues. So with the enriched enzymes, okay, it's going to help your body. Like as you take this before you eat, it's going to help break down that food that you're eating. You're going to absorb the nutrients that you're supposed to absorb. And it's going to help you eliminate the waste product that's left over from that. It's going to increase that nutrient absorption. It improves comfort after meals. Like if you have struggles, like you feel bloated after meals, you have reflux after meals, it's going to help those areas in your body. So if you're not currently taking a probiotic, not taking digestive enzymes, I highly recommend that you add this to your toolkit to help you be able to get the absorption of the nutrients. And you're going to see a lot of the things you struggle with in that digestive area come to like a more positive outcome for that. So that's all I'm going to talk about tonight for the gut health aspect of it. Mindy, I'm going to turn it back over to you, but thank you for the opportunity to do that.
Awesome. Aaron, thank you so much. Oh my gosh, that was incredible information. And here's what I would love. Any of you that have had the blessing of being able to use these enriched digestive enzymes, drop it in the chat box, drop it in the comments on the live. Let us know how they've blessed you. I can tell you that for me, I feel so much better when I take these enzymes before I eat. How many of you know somebody that used to be able to eat bread, but now they can't eat bread anymore because they can't break down the gluten? Or somebody that used to be able to drink milk, but now they can't drink milk anymore because they can't break down those milk sugars. Most likely it's because they've depleted the enzymes to break those down, and there's no live enzymes in, cooked or processed foods. So I'm grateful for these enzymes. I know they've blessed my two sisters, one who's lactose intolerant, one who has gluten issues, and really, how many of you know somebody that eats cooked or processed foods? Everybody needs this, right? Okay, so the next thing we're going to talk about is aging. And I feel like I'm appropriate to talk about this because I'm 53 years old, okay? I don't want to age, but dang it, it's what we do, right? But the cool thing about this is that we can age gracefully. I love that. Like if we take care of our bodies, then we can age gracefully and live a long, healthy life. And I get to talk about a product that's really blessed me and blessed many other people, and it's collagen. How many of you have heard about collagen? Maybe you even take collagen, and for me, I actually started taking collagen 15 years ago, but I didn't see any results. And the reason why is because I was taking a collagen that my body wasn't absorbing. In fact, it actually made me sick. What I didn't understand is collagen is absorbed, it's not digested, which is really, really important, okay? I also didn't understand that not all collagens are created equal. Okay, most collagens, they need other things for your body to absorb them, like antioxidants, like vitamin C is really important to help your body absorb them or absorb collagen. And so I'm going to talk a little bit about aging. Not that it's a fun thing to talk about, but why do we age and how does this all happen? I'm getting my slides here. So first of all, the first sign of aging is most likely lack of collagen. Collagen is so important to, for just living a long, healthy life. And so these are some things that medical professionals have said that collagen can do. First of all, it can improve the health of your skin, your hair, your nails, and a lot of people usually just take collagen for that. But did you know that also it's important for sleep? It's important for your heart. It reduces cellulite stretch marks. reduces joint pains and degeneration. And so for me, I was a cheerleader in high school. I killed my knees, jumping all the time, right? And in my 40s, I started noticing my knees like not feeling very good and having issues. I started taking collagen, and I don't have those issues anymore. I feel so much better just in my joints and my knees and everything. It's been a huge difference. Collagen is so important for muscle mass. You know, as we age, we start to lose muscle mass. And so that helps with that. Did you know that it helps with heal leaky gut? And the main reason why is because our gut is lined with collagen. And so this is really important for your gut as well. And collagen can boost your metabolism, muscle mass, energy output, and improves liver health. Okay, so this is what a medical professional said, and it's amazing because the amino acid glycine, you know, in collagen minimizes damage to your liver or damage your liver experiences when it absorbs foreign substances like toxins or alcohol that shouldn't be passing through it. It's a big deal if it can improve liver health. Like I said, protects cardiovascular health. So I am just super excited about collagen, but let's talk about the collagen that is so important for your body, right? First of all, 90% of your body is made of collagen. And like I said, most collagens are, you know, your body's not absorbing. And so you want to make sure you have a collagen your body absorbs. We have created a collagen that is a hydrolyzed peptide collagen. And it's a type 1 collagen, which is the most abundant collagen in your body. And because of that, people are seeing amazing results. Not only that, it has a proprietary blend of like vitamin C antioxidants. So again, it works great. Okay. And I just think that the results are really important. But people have seen, you know, incredible results. It has high biotin in it too. So you're going to see results faster. But like, look at this with scars, you know, cellulite, even improving, you know, the appearance of wrinkles, hair. I know my hair is so much thicker and just looks better because of our collagen. Scarring, I know acne, people have seen better results with collagen. Muscle mass for me, it's been huge. My joints, like I said, but collagen is really important to understand and to use, especially as we age. And I would love to introduce a gal who, you know, a close friend, but also she's a health advocate like me, you know, and loves our collagen and has seen amazing results. And I just would love for her to share her story of, you know, the results she's seen with our collagen, and then also with our other products. So Lori, thank you so much for sharing tonight. Please help me welcome Lori Allen, health advocate out of California.
Thank you so much, Mindy. Oh my gosh, I have a story with every single product. I'm not going to tell you, like, I'm not going to be here for an hour because I could. Like, I love every single thing that I've tried, but I'm going to share a little bit about my collagen story, but I'm going to go back to Enrich first because that's the very first product in our product line that I ever tried. And I was coming from a place of, I've always had gut issues. I used to like kind of boast to my husband that I would only go number 2 once a week. And I thought that was pretty cool because it was so gross. And now that I've learned so much, I'm like, wow, that is a whole lot of stuff that was just sitting in there. So that's just a backstory. I've had some tummy issues for a really long time. Starting Enrich for the first time, I was backed up for 4 months, you guys, like 4 months of like occasional rabbit pellets, like nothing was coming out. It was horrible. And I was skeptical. I saw the pudding demo. I'm like, I don't know if this is really going to help, but I literally took one, and this is like hand to God true. I went to go have coffee with an old friend, came back about 2 hours later, and literally had the best poop of my life. Like I felt like angels were singing. It was amazing. And, and I've been addicted ever since. However, we're going to talk a little bit about collagen now because of, like Mindy just shared, most people don't know that your gut is lined with collagen. And this was something I actually didn't know until I saw a video from Dr. Axe, and he was talking about specifically collagen loading. Now, I'm a beauty girl. I like looking good and all the things. And I had a friend tell me that this collagen would help me with my cellulite. Now, you can't tell because I'm sitting down, but my body looks like this. Like I'm a pear through and through. So I got a lot of bumps and dimples and all the things from the waist down. So I'm like, I want to try this. It's going to help my cellulite. And 1 dose a day for me didn't really touch my cellulite. I'm going to be truthfully honest. But when I saw that collagen loading video, I'm like, that could change the game for my gut health because, and Rich had already done so much, but I'm like, maybe this will like really seal the deal. But I'm like, I can't show people what's happening on the inside. So I'm like, maybe I'll just kind of see what my cellulite does in 30 days of collagen loading. And for those of you who don't know, that is taking a dose of collagen 3 times a day for 30 days. So that's what I did. I put on a bodysuit, a thong bodysuit. I stood in front of my glorious ring light and I'm like, have my husband take a photo of my butt. And I'm like, I just want to see what happens. I just want to see what happens. Okay. So 30 days later, I went back to the same ring light, same husband, same bodysuit. And I literally had to pick my jaw up off the floor. As you can see, it literally looks like somebody ironed my backside. And I've been a believer ever since. I just take 1 dose a day. I don't have to take 3 doses all the time, but this literally changed my life, and it's changed many other people's too. I've actually had people come up to me, tell me my butt changed their life. And I'm like, well, my husband says the same thing, but I'm so glad because it's freaking amazing. So yeah, that's my story with collagen. I absolutely love it. It also, it's great for my hair, skin, nails, joints. I sound a little less like a glow stick when I wake up in the morning, and it's pretty incredible. I know we haven't talked about this yet, but we're going to, so I kind of want to share about my newest results that I've had. And I still have, I put on a monitor here so I can like check my results with our new product. I had worn this before. So I actually got invited to go to our corporate office, which was really exciting for a release of a brand new product. And I was so excited to find out what it was. And when I heard about it, I was blown away. Like I was just blown away and so excited to try it because I knew it would help me lose weight. Like we know the things, we know all the rage of, getting your blood sugar balanced. And, there's some very popular medications that go around that kind of mimic, keeping your blood sugar balanced and you're going to, lose weight. So I was so excited. I popped one of these babies on to track this product. And I was shocked to learn that I was actually a statistic in the pre-diabetic range. And I had no idea. But it made perfect sense to me because I had been at a weight stall for so long. And I'm talking nutrition plans, personal trainers, working out, doing all of the things and feeling frustrated. I literally would tell my friend, because my good friend Jennifer would always check in on me because, she struggled with weight her whole life. So have I. So we're kind of going back and forth. And she's like, how are you doing? And I'm like, I'm broken. I'm like, my body's just broken. I can't lose weight. And come to find out, like I said, I was pre-diabetic and my blood sugars were ridiculously off the charts. They'd be super high, they'd be super low. And it made sense to me monitoring this because I felt all of the things when I would drop, when I would stand up and get super dizzy, when I would be like sick to my stomach after I would eat, when I wasn't sleeping, like all of the things, it just made sense to me. So since I've been using it, I've been able to release 10 pounds, maybe a little bit more. I try not to weigh myself too often, but I know my clothes are super loose. I feel great. I've been sleeping better than I ever have. And this is the first time I put one of these on since before I actually got the new product back in stock. And my numbers already look so much better than they did a month and a half ago. So I'm super excited about that. But there is somebody here. Actually, I'm going to pass it back to Mindy because Mindy is really great at introductions and she's going to let somebody very special speak to you a little bit more about this product. But thank you so much for letting me share. Mindy, I'm going to pass it back to you.
Oh my gosh, Lori, thank you so much. I so much love your testimonials and everything that you do here. And I love your passion about health. I'm so excited for you. So yes, I don't want to take any more time, you guys, because we also have the most amazing professional here on the line. I mean, every time I hear her, she teaches me something new. And this gal is a certified holistic nutrition practitioner. And she has helped many people with their metabolic and blood sugar balance, and she's going to talk to us about that. But this new product has truly changed people's lives. I know for me, I'm just going to tell my testimonial really quick about this product. So like I said, I'm 53 years old, and I was at a weight plateau for a long time. I just kind of chalked it up to I'm 50, you know, and that's just what happens. Your body just does that, and that's it, right? But then, and working out, it didn't matter really what I did. But one thing I noticed is that I would crave sugars right after I ate. I just had to eat some kind of sugar. And it didn't matter what discipline I had, like I had to have that sugar, chocolate especially, okay? But that was my thing. And I noticed when we got this product, I wore a glucose monitor as well. I noticed that my blood sugar was super low, and it would, and I watched when I would eat something, it would spike, and then it would drop down, and then I was like cranky. How many of you get hangry sometimes? Okay, or I would just want sugar. And I started taking this product, and I noticed that it leveled out, and I don't get those cravings like I would get. I don't get hangry. And guess what? I broke through my weight plateau. I've lost 6 pounds, and I just feel better. And so I'm super excited about this product, but this gal is going to talk to you more about metabolic health, blood sugar balance, and why it's so important, and really the effects of sugar and what it's doing to our bodies. So please help me welcome, I hope I say this right. She is a certified holistic nutrition practitioner, Jen Laurie. Jen Laurie, thank you so much for joining us. You are a rock star, and I appreciate you sharing your knowledge.
Thank you so much, Mindy. I feel just so blessed to be able to share with you guys tonight, because this information that I'm going to share with you changed my life. And so oftentimes we can have blood sugar imbalances and not even know. You kind of heard a little bit about that already, because it's not about the diagnosis that you might be thinking, right? It can be, but it's not just that. A long standing of blood sugar imbalance can happen over time, and there can be all kinds of red flags, but you might not make the connection. You might not make the connection unless you're educated of what to look for. And so we're seeing things like people claiming like their brain fog disappears, the cravings go away, the fatigue is gone, I have more energy. So we're hearing all of these things, and then weight loss. So what I want to share with you is what happens when your blood sugars are going up and down and up and down, and over time the body stops managing it very well. And what happens is what can happen is something called insulin resistance. And when you start leading into that insulin resistant state, what happens is a whole, like, have you guys ever heard that the insulin is the master hormone? Have you ever heard that phrase, insulin being the master hormone? It's because insulin is controlling all kinds of other mechanisms in the body. So what happens when we have our insulin being elevated in our body for too long over time, it's going to start creating some interactions with the body we don't really want to see happening. So we're going to see functions of the body speed up and functions of the body slow down. And I'm just going to share my screen here to give you guys a little bit of a visual of some of the things that happen, okay? So when insulin is elevated over time in the body, what will happen? Oh, hold on. My slides are out of order here. Give me a second here. Oh, I think we jumped right to the end. That's all. Okay. Give me 1 second here. Hold on. I'm going to stop share for a minute. I'm going to get this sorted out, and I'm going to get me back on track here. It's not sharing in order. That's the only problem here. Okay. Let me try this again. You don't have to be great at technology to have information, right? Okay, let's just go through this way again. Let's go into present, and we're going to get started. Okay, so insulin is elevated. We're going backwards here. That's the problem. Here we go. Okay, so what happens? The first mechanism that happens is the cholesterol in our body goes up. Okay. The reason why the cholesterol goes up in our body is because that elevated insulin in the bloodstream is going to trigger your liver to start producing elevated cholesterol. Sometimes we hear, oh, my cholesterol is up. I have to stop eating meat. I have to stop eating fats. When if you, and a lot of times that's not the problem. The problem is there's too many blood sugars in the body, the insulin levels go up, and that starts controlling the mechanisms of the liver to start creating extra cholesterol in the body. Next thing that's going to happen is your triglycerides go up. Okay. This is all connected to having imbalances in your blood sugars. Next thing that's going to go up is your adrenaline. Your stress hormones go up. You know what happens when your stress hormones go up? Your digestive system turns off. Because if you ever heard like fight or flight, when you're in fight or flight mode, your digestion turns off. So that's going to impact your gut health. Okay, so we're going to see a picture of how all of this is connected. Next thing that goes up, another stress hormone called cortisol. So cortisol going up sends you on, you end up fatigued. That cortisol going up turns off fat burning hormones. It's all connected, right? Now we also see other mechanisms of the body go down. So our sleep hormones goes down. The production of our sleep hormone goes down. So you heard Lori talk about how it affected her sleep, right? So this is the connection between the sleep. And then the next thing that goes down is our DHEA. DHEA is what builds all other hormones. So we talk about hormones being out of balance, right? So hormones go out of balance, and we see that. We see our HGH, our human growth hormone, go down. Okay. The last thing we see is our ability to break down fat turns off. So we can do all the right things in the world and it not happen. So that's why it's so important to have your blood sugars in balance. But over time, our body might not be able to do it on its own, and we might need a little extra support. And so this can speed the process along. So what is to be expected from blood sugars being in balance? Weight loss can happen, increased energy can happen, hormone balance, improved immune function, better sleep, improved mood, less bowel and stomach problems, potential reduction or elimination of high blood pressure, cholesterol, diabetes medication is a possibility, right? Depending on each person and what might be the case for them. Reduced allergies and intolerances, improve joint inflammation and pain, and there's a huge potential benefit for sufferers of things like PCOS and just any sort of metabolic syndrome type thing, okay? So what happens with this transform is it takes 50 to 90% of the glucose and turns it into a prebiotic fiber in your digestive tract called alpha glucan. So you guys can go look up what alpha glucan is and see what kind of benefits it has in your body. It's a prebiotic fiber that helps to create a healthy microbiome. And how it does that is it's a plant-based enzyme that strings those glucose molecules together to create a fiber. And when it does that, what happens is that glucose is not going to be entering into the bloodstream. And so instead of having a whole bunch going in and drops and like those peaks and valleys happening, what's going to happen is we're going to maintain just this healthy glucose balance with just little rolling hills instead of these big peaks and valleys. And it starts to kickstart everything in our body to go into balance. Now, I want to be very clear here. We don't claim to heal, treat, cure any of the conditions that you heard me comment on. That's not what's happening. What we're doing is we're giving the body a tool to support the normal body function. So it's giving the body the tool so the body can do what it is made to do. And that is all. And so that is a really important thing to note. And I have a really good friend of mine on here. Martha has had the most amazing results with Transform, and I'm going to invite her to come share her story. So Martha, are you there? Are you able to quickly share just a couple of your story? There you are.
Okay, hi everybody. So my name is Martha. Thank you for inviting me on this call, Jen. So a little bit about me is 3 years ago, I was diagnosed with PCOS. And then about 2.5 years ago, I got told I was pre-diabetic. So I tried, with the knowledge that I had at the time, I tried my best to get my blood sugars under control with food and all these different things. And nothing was really working. Like literally everything I was trying was not working. There was a lot of weight I was trying to lose. I was always craving sweets. My brain fog was so heavy and thick. I felt like I could not think straight half the time. And I was always snacking, especially before bed. Like I literally could not go to bed without having a snack. And it wasn't always really sweets. It was just simply, I was always hungry. I literally always felt hungry. And now, ever since taking Transform, and I've only been using Transform for a month now, but in the first 3 weeks, I lost 6 inches, like a combined total of 6 inches. I'm no longer craving sweets. I'm not snacking. I'm staying full between my meals. And I feel like I'm getting full faster. Like as I'm eating, I'm sleeping better and I have more energy and my brain fog is completely gone. Like I have no brain fog and that's just been incredible for my mood. So yeah, that is my testimony.
Thank you so much for sharing, Martha. I knew when I found out about Transform, Martha was one of the first people I wanted to share with, because, when we hear of a new product that it helps, I can't help but just think of all the people in my life who might benefit from using this product. And I knew right away, and I said, Martha, you got to try this. I'm going to bring this back from Las Vegas for you. You got to be the first to try it, because I knew it was just going to help her so much. And so thank you so much for trusting me and for trying it out and for sharing your story. Your story is going to just impact so many lives. So continue sharing that story, because there's lots of people who are struggling out there who will hear your story and they will give this a try because of your story.
Thank you, Jen.
All right, I'm going to pass it back to you, Mindy, because I know we're running out of time here and I want to make sure we still get to hear from the other speakers here tonight.
Oh, Jen, thank you so much for your knowledge. That was incredible information. Those of you who loved it, which I know everybody did, drop it in the chat, give her some hearts. But we feel so blessed to have you. And here's what I love about what we're doing. We are educating people, but we are attracting many medical professionals to what we are doing because, they understand that our bodies can really thrive and we can take care of ourselves with the right nutrients and the right things. And we have amazing products that are blessing people. In fact, we have Facebook groups of over 100,000 people in the Facebook group sharing their testimonials of how these products have blessed them. And I would love to have a gal come on the line who is a doctor of pharmacy. Okay, Christine Smith, she just actually joined our company. And, when we found out that she joined, we have many doctors that we work with, but I would love for her to share just why she was attracted to our products and what we are doing and really what these products have already done for her, or what she's seen in these products and why she loves these products so much. So I feel so blessed to have her here. Please help me welcome Christine Smith, Doctor of Pharmacy. Christine, let's see. Let me see if she's here. She is here.
Yeah, I'm on here. Can everybody
hear
me?
There you are. Yay.
Yay. Okay.
We see
So,
you and hear you.
Yeah. I've been kind of blown away by all this testimony and talk here today. This has been really great. So I've been a pharmacist for over 30 years. And one of the things that I have learned about medicine is sometimes, you know your body and yourself better than a doctor. I mean, when something's wrong, when something's not working. And a lot of times, if you give your body the right tools, you can heal itself. And so one of the things that attracted me about this company, my sponsor, Lisa Ann, was my sponsor. And I had kind of been following her along and I'm like, oh, she's talking about these products and, oh, this product's working. Well, I take that product and it's not working like that. Like, what is this? So I kept looking into the products of Ternant, and it's just, these products are just such good quality. They're natural products, they're plant-based. They aren't filled with a lot of these binders and fillers and coloring agents. And I mean, if you know, I know a lot about the manufacturing process, and a lot of times they have to use these to make your pills or your capsules. You know, a lot of times they're using extra ingredients just to make it flow through the manufacturing process. Well, I'm not seeing that in the products, you know, with Ternant. It's clean ingredients, it's simple ingredients, and those are what attract me. So another thing that I liked is that Ternant follows the good manufacturing practices. I mean, that means that they're committed to practicing a procedure that follows using a good manufacturing process. It's, you know, they're working towards the same ingredients, the same quality, the same consistency. And I mean, that can be audited because they've signed up for that. That can be audited. So that's another good sign for a company that they do that. And I don't know, those are things that you need to look for when you're looking at products. And just, you know, we talked about 3 of the products that are some great products within Ternant. You know, using the enzymes. I mean, I've taken enzymes. I mean, you want to look for enzymes that can break down your proteins, your carbohydrates, your fats. And our product does that. I mean, it has all of those ingredients in there, but then they also include prebiotics and probiotics in that product. Well, why do you do that? Well, that promotes like a good gut balance, and it optimizes your gut health. Those are important. So it's nice to have all of that in there. They kind of did it all in one instead of for you having to take several products all in one. They combined it. You know, the glow, the collagen. I've taken collagen. Well, I've seen my sponsor's results. She did collagen, and I'm like, wait a minute, I can get results like that. Well, Glow has collagen with biotin, but then they've also included a proprietary blend. And if you look up those ingredients increase your blood flow. They boost your immune system. They improve your gut health. It has amla in there. Amla is one of the best sources of vitamin C. Your body's going to absorb that. I mean, these are good ingredients, and they combine it all in that one product. So you don't have to go take like 6 products to get that result. And then Transforms kind of what pushed me over into joining, because I'm like, this is revolutionary. I mean, you have an enzyme that converts glucose to fiber. It slows down your absorption of that glucose. It stabilizes your gut. It's balancing your hormones. You get all those things balanced in your system, your gut, your glucose, your insulin. I mean, insulin's a hormone. Once that's balanced, you're going to start balancing some of the other hormones. It's just all going to fall into place and be balanced, and your body's going to start thriving and healing. I just can't say enough about that. So.
Oh my gosh, Christine, that is awesome information. Seriously. And I love somebody from the outside in the medical profession looking at our products and seeing how amazing they are, and sharing that knowledge, because that's awesome. So thank you so much for your knowledge. And we're so excited for you and everything that you're doing. And, you know, all of you that joined, obviously, or that are on this webinar, you're here because you want to improve your health. Everybody wants to. What are the top 2 things that everybody wants to improve or change? It's their health and their finances. Why their finances? Not that money buys you happiness, but being broke doesn't either, right? Money is about options. It determines the house you live in, the quality of food that you give to your family, the quality of, supplements and things that you do for your family, the vacations you go on, you don't go on, the charities you give to. And so what I love most about what our company is doing is that we're providing education and options for people in the two main areas they want to improve or change. And we just talked about our health, because truly our health is our wealth. But if you see this and you're like, not only do I want to use these products, which, by the way, to get these products, you can go to Tranot.com. You can call the person who invited you onto this webinar, and they can send you their link, or they can give you their associate ID, and you can order whatever you choose to order. However, if you're like, okay, I want to get these products, but I have a brother, a sister, an aunt that I want to share these products with them. There is an income opportunity if you choose to be a part of that. And tonight we actually have another webinar coming up. You can get with whoever invited you on, and they can share that information with you from Mr. Jeff Belleville, who is an expert in our industry. And so I highly recommend, that's happening in 7 minutes. I highly recommend, getting back with the person who invited you, and they can share more about an opportunity if you choose to. But otherwise, we just wanted to thank you for joining. I am so grateful for all the medical professionals that shared their knowledge and their experience, and why, we're seeing so many incredible success stories with our products, because they make an impact because of what they are in these products. And so thanks for sharing tonight, and we look forward to doing this more. And we appreciate all of you who joined us tonight, and let's go stay healthy and do some amazing things. So thanks again for joining us, and we'll see all of you at all of our other events and things that we have going on. Thank you again, Jen, Lori, Erin Jenkins, Christine Smith, Lori Ellen. Appreciate you all. And Deanna Bivens, thank you so much for helping us make this all happen and bringing everybody in from the waiting room. Okay, you guys are awesome. Have a good night. Bye, everybody.